What's up, y'all? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. Yesterday, I had two plays. I split them. Pistons was a loser. The over in the Suns and OKC game was a relatively easy winner. So, one in one day, get juiced a little bit, but was that put us now 10-4 in the playoffs? See if we can do a little better than 50-50 today. Vino, always great to be here with you. How's everything on your end?
We're good, Skee. We had a 3-1 last night. The only loser, unfortunately, was the one we left here for the show, the Jalen Duren prop, which, again, he looked like a mediocre center last night, a guy that's just sent out there to run out there and set picks and not much else. But beyond that was all winners last night. We talked about OKC first half team total over, got there by about 20 points. Had the full game over like you did in that one. OKC Phoenix, very easy for us. And then late night, Nikola Jokic hits a three with 4/10 of a second left in the second quarter to put us over the Denver first half team total, which was the biggest play of the day, over 57 and a half. They got the 60. So 3-1 runs it to 16-8 for the playoffs. I'm trying to do the plus 10 is 26 and 4, 26 and 12 between the two of us. Again, rolling right along.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, when I may be struggling a little bit, then you picking it up. If you're struggling, I'm picking it up. Or we're both winning. We've been having some success in these playoffs. So let's see if we can do it once again. We will start with the Sixers and Celtics. This one I'm looking at the Celtics as an 11 or 11 and a half point favorite. Total open 215 and a half and is down as low as 213. I think it's all jumbled up here. I don't think we have to worry about too much injury report stuff here today. Um, Celtics up 3-1. I don't think there's much more the Sixers can do. I will say though that the Celtics are the kind of team where, you know, they know that they're better than other opponents. And sometimes they just, like for example, game twos, it's not just the game two in this series. We've seen that multiple times going back over the years since, uh, post pandemic or however you want to call it. Celtics just take their foot off the gas after a big win. That's the only thing that makes me not want to back them in this game. Um, Other than that, I mean, they're the clear better team. If they're focused, they can blow them out any night. So this one's a little tough. I guess we'll go back and forth. What are you thinking so far, Sixers and Celtics?
Yeah, this one was hard because I want to try and. I mean, my first inclination is to take 11. First off, I'll say this. I think Boston's going to win. There's no way Boston wants, even though Boston to Philly is not a big deal, Boston doesn't want another road trip. So end it right here. Can they end it by 12? Certainly they can, but I feel like Philadelphia will put up somewhat of a fight here tonight, Ski. To your point about Boston, with them, it generally goes how the 3-point shooting goes, they go. Their last two games, the two that they won, 44 for 100 from three, 44%, really good 3-point shooting, especially last game. I mean, I shouldn't even say especially because they've knocked down 20 and 24 the last two games. So when they do that, you're not going to beat them. Now, like you said, the game before, game two, 13 of 50, 13 still a lot of threes, but they shoot so many. So if they shoot a lower percentage tonight, Philly might be able to stay within this distance, 11 points. I do think all the quotes, whatever quotes mean, but I think the players' focus for the Sixers is to show up and play as hard as they can. And if they do with Joel Embiid in his second game back, maybe it goes a little bit better for them in this one, at least not get routed by, what was it, 38 points last game. Um, Prior to that, they had only lost by 8. They won by 14. So they've been on the wrong end of a couple of blowouts. Something tells me that Philly will show up here. I didn't bet the game because I'm, kind of nervous to take points with Philadelphia, knowing that Boston runs, the few threes, and all of a sudden you're on the wrong end of a 14-2 spurt or something like that. So a little bit nervous there. Philadelphia team total over, I can't even get with because they have been held by the Boston defense in 3 of these 4 games. to extremely low point totals. So I could agree maybe with this under the way the people are playing it so far, the way the money has played it. But I didn't play. It's a tough one to figure here. I kind of want to take Philadelphia, but just don't think I want to reach into my pocket to do so. Up, you're muted.
My bad. If Philly is going to be in this game, I think it's mostly because they're going to have to do something defensively. Like down the stretch of the season, or towards the end, it was the defense doing the work for them, not the offense. And even in that game too, and right, that was a lower scoring game. Um, if the Sixers are going to cover, they're going to have to clamp up. So if you do lean towards that side, maybe you do like an under. Um, pretty tough game here. Mark, he's looking at Boston team total over. He also likes Maxey to score and assist. Interesting. A lot of different ways people are looking at betting this game. All right, we'll move over. Hawks and Knicks. And Knicks minus 6.5 with the 214.5. Um, not a lot of movement on either. No movement on either, really, actually. Knicks tied the series up in that last one. Now they return back to the Garden. Um, watching that last game for New York, it feels like almost New York maybe figured some things out, or they just found the best ways to attack that Hawks defense instead of just letting Brunson just dribble the air out the ball and get whatever shot you get with everybody standing around. They really ran the same action majority of the game, and it just was you know getting Karl Anthony Towns at the either free throw or top of the key, whatever the case may be, and letting him play make from right there. Getting Brunson to go set screens so you can create mismatches or get the bigger defenders off him. If I don't know, I was watching it and I watched it over and over again. They did it all game long, and when I'm rewatching the game a little bit, I'm like, what can the Hawks do to stop the action, right? And the back screens they can switch, but no matter what they do, even if they switch, there's gonna be a mismatch. Like, for example, the play that they run, I don't know how you call it. I know basketball, but I don't know what the play is called. The play they run, like Brunson will bring the ball up, get a ball to Cat at the top, go around, set the screen for Ananobi in the corner, the back screen, and it's either two decisions you got to make. You got to either switch, or you got to get over the screen. If you stand back, OG has an open three. If you go over it, OG can back cut. If you switch, OG's gonna have the smaller defender that was defending Brunson on him towards the rim. I'm not sure how Atlanta's gonna defend that. I'm sure that they have had some talks, but it's hard for me to think of a solution. So, me thinking about that, Knicks coming back home, the Knicks being a better team, I think the Knicks are the right side. What do you think?
Yeah, their solution might be Ski just to try and make OG shoot threes. He was 3 for 6 from three last game, had 22 points, had 10 boards, so he was active. And the Knicks need more than just Brunson, like you're saying. Brunson was not even a 20-point scorer in the last game, only 19. But Towns 20 and 10, and Obi 22 and 10. I don't know. I'm kind of friendly with these underdogs tonight, and I just don't have, the arm length to reach to my pocket and get into that money to pull it out and play the game. I think the Hawks might be able to get over their team total here. One thing you said that I agree with is that I think the Knicks have found a way to score against this team. This is not the best defensive team in the world to begin with, Atlanta. And even though the Knicks shot it really well from three, 45%, I think even if that came down a little bit, they have found ways to score. They're another team like Boston. They really need to win this home game. Not that they can clinch the series, but there's no way they want to go back to Atlanta down 3-2. So I expect maximum effort out of them. I expect it out of the Hawks. What the Hawks need to do, and Quinn Snyder kind of alluded to it, is the Knicks wound up shutting down the Atlanta transition game in the fourth quarter. And part of that, again, as Snyder alluded to, was Atlanta just turning the ball over. Not necessarily anything the Knicks did, but Atlanta, it's hard to play in transition when you're turning it over. So to me, this number here for the Hawks is 104, I think, team total for Atlanta, which seems a little bit low. The 6.5, I don't know. It's another one like Boston where I expect the home team to win. I just don't know if they can cover the number because I think the underdog is going to put up a fight. We'll see what happens here. Like I said, I haven't played. I don't know that I will play, but if I do, I think it's going to be some form of team total with the Hawks. They got to 98 last game without doing much. In fact, they were 24.4% from three. Got to come up a little bit there, but they got to 98 doing that. So maybe they can get to 105 here. I've tried them once before in this situation. They did get over in that game in the Garden. Maybe I can get there again. We'll see as the day goes on.
I would argue, the Knicks scored 114. They shot 47% from three. I mean, well, if they shoot 30-something%, are they still going to get to 114? The Knicks can win this game multiple ways. They can play defense. And, I trust them to score. I trust them to defend. I'm unsure which way they're going to win the game. I feel like they can win a high scoring or low scoring game. Any thoughts on shooting regression from the Knicks side?
Yeah, I do agree. Like I said earlier, they shot 45% from three. If it goes down a little, they still have found ways to score. I mean, just the one aspect that you were talking about with OG, I think if you're Atlanta, you got to just let him shoot threes and see what happens. If he burns you early, maybe you change it up a little bit, but otherwise, you don't want him back cutting or getting easier shots or being able to play make off a pass. So we'll see. I do think the Knicks, again, will find their ways to score, win by 7, hold the Hawks down to under 100 again. Just not sure those things are going to happen here.
All right, we'll keep going. Next and last game is Blazers and Spurs. And this is one where I might need to look at the injury report. If I can get it here. There we go. Let me just refresh for today. My bad, you guys. You guys see I'm on the road. It's a little bit different. Yeah, nobody on the injury report. We're good on this game. So Spurs up 3-1, looking to close out here. I mean, it's hard to see anything else happening, really. But you need them to win by 12 in this game. And I just, I guess it could be the same thing said for the Celtics game, but I have a hard time thinking that these teams, when a series is already pretty much decided, that they're going to give their best defensive effort. And I feel like they already know they won, they can win. I would agree with this total going up from, what is it? Or I'm sorry, it didn't go up. It opened 216.5. I think it should be going up. I think this is one where less defense is played. How do you view it,
Well, I think San Antonio showed us 2 games in a row that they can fall behind and things can look bleak and they can just blow right past Portland. Game 2, they're down 13. I think they're down 15 late third quarter without Wemby. And it was the Stephen Castle, excuse me, Dylan Harper show. Those 2 guys together combined big fourth quarter. Then last game, Wemby comes back and they're getting crushed at halftime. Place is going wild. Second half goes 73-35 Spurs. So it's clear cut. It's really clear cut here who the better team is. Portland is in over their heads. Now, for me, I don't have to get involved because I already am. I have a series play here under 5.5 games. I was sweating it for a little bit in that, that third game, because if Portland at home had won, that would have given them 2 wins and the series would have had to at least go 6. But San Antonio did come back, followed it up with a big win. They've been such a good first half team, San Antonio, that after that first half, the prior game, the Sunday game, I think they'll probably look to come out a lot quicker here. So if I had to play Skee, I might look San Antonio first half, either point spread or team total because it seems too easy for them to score on Portland once they get rolling. And I think they'll probably want to bounce back from a bad first half. In fact, they've had two, not so great first halves in a row against this team. They've been behind at halftime two straight. Coming home, I think they might be ahead. But again, this is one where I can sit back because I do have this series under 5.5 games. So just hope for a San Antonio outright win.
Oh, well, you're looking pretty good right now with that. So, yeah, 12-point favorites. Hopefully, no shenanigans tonight. That is the NBA card for today. We get these 3 game slates done in about 15 minutes nowadays. Seems like so quick and easy. Now, before we get to best bets, do a little bit of the promo, and it is Tuesday, so put that $5 Tuesday promo up there. You can go to either Rob Veno or my page. You'll get a top play for just $5. If you like to be, a little bit involved longer, you can go with the buy 3 get 3 free. Comes out to 6 days for just $69. Or maybe, you want to check out the $5 play and then come rock with this. If you say, you know what did you guys say? 26 and 12, 26 and I want to rock with both 45 and 23. You can get double the NBA Court Vision 3 days for $59. So a lot of ways to get involved here. Um, we continue to do good work combined. So on that note, I'll pass it to you. Well, you know what? We're not gonna do best bets. $5 Tuesday. We're gonna leave it at that. I mean, you can get a best bet for $5. I mean, we give you plays and information every day. I think we should just leave it there, So, anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
No, I thank you for that because I was going to, skip best bets myself. The only play I have today is up and available. WagerTalk.com, $5, like you say. I do think that 45 and 23, we look fairly good in basketball uniforms. 45 got to find himself a nice Hawaiian shirt so we could match up there. That'd be nice. But yeah, if you want a best bet today, mine is up and available. WagerTalk.com, $5 Tuesday.
These guys don't listen, Remember we had that discussion about listening skills on here?
Oh boy.
What's your guys' record this post? We've said it about 3 times at the minimum, 2 times. Like we said it multiple times. I'll say it one more time. Okay. What was it? 26 and 12, What's your personal record?
Mine is 16 and 8.
And I am 10 and 4. So put them together. You can do the math. Yeah, 26 and 12. Okay. All right. No, I'm giving you a hard time. It's all good. Everybody doesn't show up at the beginning of the show. We just like to mess around and, we talk shit. Or at least I do. All right. So great doing the show with you, Vino. I always do enjoy it. I know you help my process. I'm sure, we help others as well. Chat, we appreciate all of you guys. You help make the show what it is. We will be back again tomorrow. So until then, best of luck on all your action. And we'll catch you tomorrow.